Hey guys, so today it is Thursday, but I'm still here with a book review. Today I am reviewing The Battle for the Acropolis, the 6th book of the Gates of Atlantis series by Mikey and I read it here on my Nook. I don't know if you guys can see that cover or not. Pretty cool. And I have to admit, I'm not totally on the whole e-book, e-reader bandwagon, but this was actually pretty handy. I'm still always going to prefer hardcovers and paperbacks and actual books, but I'm warming up to the Nook, I think. I want to start off by openly admitting my obsession to all things Atlantis. The entire concept, everything about Atlantis is such a fascinating piece of history, mythology, and mystery. I mean, there's just everything in this. Even though Atlantis has likely never existed, it has affected the world almost as much as if it had. And one of my favorite things about the whole Atlantis mythology is to see the so many different variations that writers of all kinds of mediums come up with. So yeah, a 6-book series by 6 different authors a la 39 Clues and Infinity Ring called The Gates of Atlantis? Yeah, that's right up my alley. The Battle for Acropolis by Mikey is listed on Amazon and other book retailers as the 6th and final book of the Gates of Atlantis series. But the great thing about this series is that each novel is self-contained. They're designed to be read as individual novels that will make up a whole as opposed to a start-to-finish series. It's a unique approach, and I think they really pulled it off. This book centers around 2 foster kids, Talon, who has a knack for getting into trouble and, shooting fire out of his palms, and Hattie, who is a chatterbox determined to run away to Florida to find her grandmother, and together they kind of discover the world of Atlantis. I breezed through this book. At no point did I feel bogged down by superfluous exposition, which is a huge bonus for any book. It kept my attention with the fast pace, interesting characters, and unfolding mystery. What are Talon's weird dreams all about? Is he really just a mutant freak? And what is up with Hattie's hair? What I love most about Mikey storytelling is the ease with which he portrays these characters. They feel like real kids with quirks and determination and doubts. He represents the awkward middle schooler stage so well that I am inclined to believe his bio that he really is a child trapped in the body of an adult. This is the perfect level for middle school readers. Though elements of it were predictable, it was still entertaining enough to keep me reading, and there were a couple of surprises. The Gates of Atlantis is rampant with creatures from all kinds of mythos. Banshees, merpeople, nymphs, kelpies. Each book seems to concentrate on 1 or 2 different kinds of these creatures, and I am really looking forward to reading the rest of the series to find out more about how they've reimagined them all. Even though the story is nicely resolved and self-contained, you can still tell that there is more going on. Everything wraps up. There are no cliffhangers, no dangling plot threads. You don't need to worry about that. But we are inundated with the whole series' cast of characters toward the climax. It hints toward the other adventures and different storylines. While it's a little tricky to keep all of these characters straight at the end, I predict that if you had read the other novels, that wouldn't be much of a problem. Part of me wishes we could have gotten to know these characters a little better within the margins of the Battle for Acropolis, but I also feel that it would have pulled away from Talon's story, and that's exactly what we don't want. I like the fact that I don't feel that I have to read the rest of the series to understand what's going on, but I still want to read the rest of the series because I am intrigued by the storyline. I am curious about the other characters, and I'm really looking forward to hearing their stories. As I read, I could tell where the different stories and where the different novels came in and where their stories intersected with the novel that I was reading. I could tell where those came in. There was enough detail given that I wasn't confused, but also not enough to spoil the other 5 books. On the whole, magnificently executed. The final verdict? To read. This would be perfect for kids aged 8 to 12, whether boys or girls, and also anyone completely obsessed with Atlantis. There is something here for everyone.